Hi.
Hello.
Name, address and telephone number, please.
Yeah. Richard Windcap. Yeah, no, number three, the part, star in the world. My telephone number is 01451 H31 958.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got one younger sister.
Could you read a passage from this book?
Welcome back. That was my stammer, and that wasn't me on a Thursday in July. That was me every day. Could have been every day. I remember going for a job interview as a student, and the guy said, why don't you tell me a bit about yourself? And I couldn't say anything. Sometimes I'd go to the kiosk to order tickets, as you had to do in the old days for the cinema, and nothing would come out of my mouth. So it was tough times, and you can see that now. So you can see now why I enjoy myself and why I love doing things like this. My life continued to go pretty well, to be fair. Started to talk on the after dinner circuit about my journey. Started to get more recognition as a rugby coach. But I guess when things really got exciting was when I went to Eastbourne with my family. And it was after a guy called Mushraf had appeared on Educating Yorkshire, and he'd been stammering. And I got back to my bag. I was out coaching, and it was full of messages saying, you've got to watch this, you've got to watch this, are you watching this? And when I did, I saw a young man who was struggling, a bit like I used to at school. And the Maguire programme started to try and encourage Mushy to come on the Maguire programme, which was brilliant. And he agreed, and I got a phone call, and it was the regional director of the programme, and he said, Rich, great news, Mushy is joining the Maguire programme. I said, oh, that's wonderful, because we can help him, can't we? Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. And Matt, the regional director, said, yeah, he's coming on a course, and I want you to instruct it. I was like, yeah, brilliant, because now I instruct the courses, and I teach the instructors how to instruct on courses and coaches. It's all good, it's all good. I said, yeah, that'd be wonderful. He said, oh, Channel 4 want to make a documentary about it. As I was watching my children on the bumper cars, I agreed. And Stammer School was put into action. Went to a hotel in London, had 5 new students, all with different stammers or with different reasons in their opinion why they stammered. But they all stammered, and as long as they felt that, I knew I could help them. So I put together a team, and Channel 4 filmed Stammer School. Musharraf finds his voice. So I guess you could say I was the teacher of the Stammer School. Went really well. It was in the can, and we hit the promotional trail. Channel 4 put me on to This Morning, and so I went on This Morning with my family. Met Eamon and Ruth, lovely people, with 2 other girls from Stammer School. Went on 5 Live, went on the radio. Was interviewed in a press junket. That was pretty cool. So I sat in a hotel and had all these different journalists come and speak to me, and some others as well. So things were getting very exciting, and then Stammer School aired, and that went superbly, and the Maguire programme got many people through that we've helped as well. So that was fantastic. A little while after that, I went to Box Hill School. My old karate instructor's the head there, and he said, can you speak about your experiences to this group of people? So I spoke to them, a bit like I'm speaking to you, but obviously in person. And a lady came up to me because I talked about how the DofE had challenged me, and challenge is all important to me now. And she said, oh, my husband's the CEO of the DofE. And I said, oh, that's brilliant. And she said, he'd probably like you to come and speak to us. I said that it would be an honour. Later that day, she said, we'd like to invite you to the palace to give out gold awards. Now, Michael Fish, the old weatherman, had given me my gold awards. This was a huge honour. And when I was there, the Earl of Wessex said that he'd like me to become an ambassador for the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme. So now I travel around and I go to awards, I hand out awards, I talk about how the DofE challenged me. Been to the palace 3 times. The Earl of Wessex, Prince Edward, calls me rich. We have a good old laugh together. Not only that, but since I've become, I guess, a rugby coach of note, the boys will say that I'm a kicking coach. I've worked with Gloucester Hartpury ladies and Worcester Warriors women's team. I've worked with, I currently work with English universities. I've worked with Sweden ladies, Jamaica ladies, so predominantly in the women's game, but I'm back at Stowe now, just up the road from where you are, as their kicking coach. And I've created my own kicking school called Rich's Kicking School. So the idea is that I'll travel around to different clubs and help them with their kicking. All of this wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't have gone into that Maguire course with the right frame of mind, that I was going to give it a go. I'd challenge myself, and challenge is so important these days. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. If you're challenging yourself, you're always moving forward, and that's really crucial. But you've got to be aware that there will be speed bumps and obstacles that crop up, and we need to be aware of them. But if you know them, if you know about them, sometimes you may have to take the scenic route, the long way around. But if you do, stop to admire the view, enjoy the journey, because I've enjoyed my journey. I don't know where it's going to go next. I'm in discussions with different clubs now, still working at Hartpury, doing my masters. It's quite tough, but life's good. Life's good, and who knows how it might change. This whole coronavirus thing is a challenge to us all, but I hope that you guys have taken something away, or will take something away from this, that if we put our mind to it, we can overcome obstacles, we can overcome challenges, and hopefully you feel empowered now to take on whatever life throws at you. Take care everybody, look after yourselves, and thank you for listening.